mental health has five buckets. Now, I'm saying buckets because that's what you say, and I absolutely love how you describe mental health changes. So before we dive deep into TBI, because TBI is much more complicated than the mental health criteria, can you just explain your bucket analogy and the domains and levels of impairment for mental health? And then what we're going to do is take what you say and do a one-for-one swap for
Got it.
TBI. And I think that
Yeah,
will make the transition a lot easier for TBI.
got it. Thanks for throwing me out there like that,
Yeah.
because now I could barely remember that they're called domains. So,
Buckets.
right. Yeah. So the mental health change, for those that don't know, this is a nice little reminder for those that do, and maybe some new information for those that don't. It's been a while since we've talked about it, but 2025 is going to be bringing us a lot of changes. One of those is going to be mental health change. Clay and I are a little bit off, but not completely, but we're a little bit off in our opinions on it. I personally think that it's going to be better off. Currently, the VA has all of the signs and symptoms and durations and criteria all stacked up into one large bucket. And if you can fill it all the way up, you get 100%. What they're going to do is they're moving over to essentially 5 buckets. And if you can fill up one of those buckets all the way, you're going to end up getting 100%. Now, the way they're doing it is they're going a 0, which I don't really like the 0 part, but they're going from a 0 to a 4. 4 being the most severe, 0 meaning no issues at all in that specific bucket. Okay. So it's buckets of life, right? Might be your personal hygiene is a bucket, right? Your cognitive ability is another bucket. Then there's 3 more, right? So you got these different aspects of your life, and you might be okay in a couple of them, but a couple of the other ones might not be that great. If you can reach, in this example, a 4 level, which is the most severe, right? In any one of those buckets, you will be rated 100%. Now, let's say that you don't have a 4. You're not absolutely, incapacitated out of this stuff. So, but you have a 3 level, which is still substantial. Okay, let's not sugarcoat it. It's still a substantial issue in a specific bucket. Okay, if you have 2 3s, so if out of the 5 buckets you can do a 3 in 2 of them, you're 100% rated. This, I think, gives more opportunities to reach the 100%, in my opinion, if you document it up front with your doctor, with your provider, sharing with them the information from the rating schedule, and that you're trying to target these 5 buckets, these 5 domains, and assess your severity in each one of them. Having that conversation and getting that documented in your medical records is what you need to do. Couple that up with your DBQ, right? DBQ is huge because it will absolutely put everything where it needs to be, and they could outline, hey, this bucket, this bucket, this bucket, this bucket, or domain, this is the level, and they really knock it out. Or they could put that onto a Nexus letter, essentially. And like I mentioned before, AME, free consultation for Nexus letters and DBQs. Get the information and find out if it makes sense for you. You are the owner of your claim. It's $1 million deal. You decide if it makes sense to move forward in any way that you think. All we know is that you must provide evidence in order to get approved. All right, back to you, Clay.